Did you have a guy name, like a nickname on campus?
Oh, I think coffee. Even though I was a prefect, in final year I was a prefect, but
Mhm,
I don't know how people saw me on campus.
mhm, mhm.
So sometimes I go to the dormitory. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, how do I look? Like people call me, people call me a gangster. Some people will
Also,
call
guy.
me, yeah. Some people will call me Kattah. Like
Mhm,
I had several guy names,
mhm,
but one day I asked and I heard people talking about Kattah. Hey, that guy, he did smoke or what? Like I'm saying,
mm,
I did smoke. What's wrong with my lips? Like get man to na no come that day.
mm.
But Charlie, BB and could him. So I had these two popular guy names,
Okay.
Kattah, also gangster or pastor with a gun. Yes. So I
Yeah.
remember this very, very well.
Hi, I'm back again. And as usual, is the Chronicles of Life. My name is Razak Kofi, and I'm in conversation with someone special again on the second season of the show, which features basically every person that comes onto this show on this season is my mate. We shared something, which is the secondary school, Fijai, back in Ghana. Now, my mate has scattered all over the world, and it is the 25th year anniversary of us completing Fijai Secondary School. So I'm just having conversations with them. How does school influence their future? How whatever they learned then is influencing their decisions and their life now, and various other issues, of course. And as you know, I don't introduce my guests. I let them do the introduction themselves. So welcome to the show. And who do I have the pleasure of the presence?
Hey, my name is Kattah Norman. Everybody calls me Kattah. In fact, you see, I have I have a first name called
Hmm.
my name is Ernest Kattah
Yeah,
Norman,
okay.
but
Okay.
somehow everybody has called me with Kattah. Kattah is my surname. It's my father's name. So
Okay.
all my sisters, all my siblings, they all have Kattah in their names. But when
Hmm.
you come to my home or to our house and you say Kattah, even though everybody is Kattah, they know definitely I'm the one you are
It
looking
is
for.
you. Okay.
It's me. Yes.
You
So
have
my name
taken
is
over the name.
I've taken over the name. Yes. So my
Okay.
name is Kattah Norman, and then I mean locally, uh, around town, in my house, they call me Joe because I was born on Monday. So thank you for
Oh,
having me.
okay.
Hmm.
All right. So, Kattah Norman. Well, of course, we called you Kattah, and because of course you were the only Kattah on campus then,
Yeah.
and it's a unique name as well. If you don't know, you might think that it's a nickname or something,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and it
true.
has a very
Hmm.
simple spelling as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kattah, one question that I ask everybody that comes onto the show was Fijai one of the three schools that you chose? Or was it one of the three choices? Okay, it's the same question though. Is Fijai one of the three schools that you chose to
Oh,
attend? Because
well,
back in our day, yeah, you had to choose three schools.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had no idea. Fidel was not part of my list.
Okay.
A simple story to this was I actually came to Fijai second term. So
Okay.
I was at a cracker,
Okay.
Bleo.
All right.
Yeah, that was my first or my second choice. I don't remember, but I was in a cracker for my first term. I
Mm-hmm.
was offered a Greek science,
All
and
right.
I wanted to do pure science.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, my dad didn't want some way somehow he didn't want me to be in Accra. So
Okay.
when I finished my first term in Accra, because I didn't want the agric,
Mm-hmm.
I had a chance to be in Fijai. How did I get to Fijai? Now I used to play soccer. I used to play table tennis. I was into taekwondo. So back in the days, these our secondary schools used to admit or give scholarship to sports guys or sportsmen.
They offer some, okay.
So yeah, it happened to me to somebody took me to Fijai. A family member took me to Fijai through table tennis. I don't remember the sports, but I think it's table tennis. So I was accepted at Fijai Secondary School, even though not on scholarship, just for the admission sake. So I
Oh,
came
okay.
to meet my mates during the second term, and that's how I landed in Fijai.
In Fijai. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So Accra your first choice, or it was
I
part of
think
the
so. Yeah, because I mean,
okay.
definitely you cannot take a crack as your second choice. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that was the reason why I chose Accra was that I had family members. My aunties and my cousins were living in Accra. So I mean, they were the ones who even helped me to get the school, even though it was my first choice or something. But I don't remember. But I got Accra. Whether it was my first choice or my second choice, but I know it was also by the influence of my cousin in
Mm.
Accra.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Okay. And then you got Fijai eventually coming in at the end of first half. Sorry, the first
Yes, yeah.
term
During the second
during the
term,
second term.
I joined Fijaya.
Okay, and you got science as well.
Yeah, I got my science. Yeah, so I was in
Okay.
science.
And how was the reception with your mates, you know? Because after the first term, then they form alliances and people have come, friendship and stuff, and then you come
Well,
in.
yeah, so even with me, I thought I came in late, but as you
Yeah.
come, you also get to meet people who also come in late.
Okay.
So
Okay.
because Pijay was already a tidy school, I
Yeah.
got to meet a lot of mates from
Tardy
from
people.
the from the JSS, a lot
Okay.
of friends who were already there. So you easily got adjusted in the
Hmm.
system. Yeah, it didn't matter if alliances were formed already, but it didn't take much time because there were friends around already, so I got adjusted so easily.
Oh, okay. And did you
Mm.
make friends like not just acquaintances? Did you make friends in your class? People that you could rely on in conversation and taking notes and going to bush canteen and stuff.
So wherever I find myself, I don't know if that's my lifestyle. That Obiana Nede, but I believe the effect of my name also counts
Mm.
because my name, I don't know if my name looks funny, but Kattah, to hear Kattah, who is
Yeah, yeah,
Kattah? Like you easily make friends.
yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
want to know. As you said, people will think that it's your guy name,
yeah.
but it
Exactly.
wasn't my guy name. Yeah. So yeah, easily I would adjust. I would make friends. Let's go to the canteen dormitory. Like you see the people having conversation. You just join the conversation and then that is it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. So you made friends, you settled in, and
Oh,
all.
so easy, cry.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Okay. So do you remember one teacher that had the most influence on you on back in school on Fijai campus?
Most influence. Okay, so when I came the second term, I
Mm-hmm.
was a day student. I didn't
Okay.
get a boarding house,
Okay.
so I had to finish my whole second term before I go to the boarding house year two or form two.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I said, I was a sports guy into table tennis and into soccer, but our science teachers made us feel that Charlie, sports was something bad. Like they always wanted us to be on our boots. Oh my dear. So this is
Mm-hmm.
my physics teacher. Who came and said that hey, nobody should waste time on sports or but class and Charlie, they be why serious.
Eh,
So so my mathematics teacher, elective math teacher, biology, all the science teachers made impact on me. It was difficult from
okay.
the beginning, yeah, but at the end of the day, I said, why am I letting go this sports thing? Because one hour for the child, young friends and
Training.
anapa young park.
Mm-hmm.
Yepon school, young park. It was they thought there it was just waste of time.
Okay.
I had to just let go all the sports and then concentrate on my books. So for the impact, I think
Mm.
every single teacher made an impact because every course was, I mean, somehow important in
Okay.
our program. So yeah.
So do you sometimes regret not pursuing sport?
Oh, no, I didn't have the intention of taking it into international level. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that sports was uh, kind of a hobby. Even
Okay.
though I had the talent, but I didn't have that mindset of Charlie going to Olympics with my soccer, going to Olympics with my table tennis. As I'm speaking to you right now, I still play table tennis. I still play my soccer every
Okay.
weekend. So it was okay. I mean, I don't think any science student. I mean, those times we the science students we saw other courses as like useless
Easy.
in
Yeah.
quotes. I don't know. Yeah, because we thought that every science student was the best at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like and
Mm-hmm.
yes, science Charlie maybe
Very.
yeah,
Yeah.
you want to become a doctor, you want to become a nurse, you want to become engineer, you have to go through the science program. You
Mm-hmm.
know, minim obi a science class about Charlie. I'm the science my head, my quiet, my ball, and I'm science my
Mm-hmm.
quiet. Go to
Exactly.
America. Nah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing was not there. All we thought at that time was that hey, maybe school na medical school, maybe school na engineer. Dama na other than that, nah.
Mm. Oh, okay. Okay. And did you have a guy name, like a nickname on campus?
Oh, I think coffee. Even though I was a prefect, in final year I was a prefect, but
Mhm,
I don't know how people saw me on campus.
mhm, mhm.
So sometimes I go to the dormitory. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, how do I look? Like people will call me a gangster. Some people
Also
will call
forgot.
me yeah, some people will call me Kattah. Like
Mhm,
I had several guy names,
mhm,
but one day I asked and I heard people talking about Kattah. Hey, that guy, he did smoke or what? Like I'm saying,
mm,
I did smoke. What's wrong with my lips? Like get manual to na no come that day.
mhm.
But Charlie, BB and could him. So I had these two popular guy names,
Okay.
Kattah, also gangster or pastor with a gun. Yes. So I
Yeah.
remember this very, very well.
And what do you think put this perception in the minds of people about you? Apart from your lips, apart from like their lips. Of course, some people have dark lips, so you associate them with smoking and stuff, yeah. But apart
Yes,
from
yes. I mean, yeah, okay. And then with my background too, I've
Mhm,
I've I've, I've always lived that kind of hard life. Like,
mhm,
I mean, yes, stubborn, but many I didn't because of where I was coming from. I
mhm.
have lived in Zongo all my life. In
Yeah.
the Charlie Zongo, there, sort of boys, you come ball. Ɛhɔ no yɛmpɛ ebufu biara yɛmbɛka wo na so abɛka yɛn ɛnya bɛka nipa koro pɛ no ɔyɛ dɛ ayɛ nyinaa yɛ sɔre pɛpɛ ni
Yeah.
o ɛyɛ pɛpɛ ni o ayina nzongo we lived as one
Like
like we
unity,
didn't
yeah.
care where you are coming from and I had that kind of hardcore lifestyle and one home, people called me Pastor Gangster and Suffer Gangster. And one home, it was just normal. Yeah, it was they were just making fun of me, but which was okay. But the perception
Okay.
in their mind, maybe some people thought that this guy is a hard guy. Maybe he may with a smoking man. I made imagine they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
feel they get no smoke,
Mhm,
but yeah.
mhm.
So it wasn't a big deal for me at all. People calling me Pastor Gangster, and then they wouldn't call it out,
Out,
but you
okay.
see them trying to
Yeah,
behind
it
you
normally
what
surrounds,
kadam
yeah.
but with a pastor with a gun and hey katatais on the maybe I had a mate like Eko Basam
Mhm.
Masolo Fori they will call me hey pastor katatais only they will call me but the pastor gangster thing there they will not call you you will hear people
Yeah,
just behind you trying
yeah,
to
yeah, 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 yeah. And then you mentioned that you were the chapel prefect, yeah?
yeah
The chapel
mm-hmm.
prefect.
Yeah.
How did you come about that? Was it by recommendation or other? Because first of all, you are a hard guy in quotes. You
Yes.
understand. There are other
Yeah.
softer people who were seen to be more godly in quotes. You understand.
It's
But then
correct. Yes.
eventually it was you that was chosen to be the chapel prefect. Why do you
Yes.
think that
Yeah.
came about? Yeah.
So my name, if you remember, I mean, when it came to selection of prefects on campus at that time,
Mhm.
recommendation was part of it. And
Yes.
even in your area, was it not true recommendation
In my
and then
area,
selection?
the funny thing is, I don't know how they came about this. So we were in class one time when the protocol prefect came to our class, and then they asked the class that they were looking for two people in our class that they think will fit the bill of protocol prefect. And my name came up. I think
Okay.
it was, I think it was my name and another person or something. So that is what
Oh,
they did across all the classes. And
I
then they
see.
took us to vetting. So yeah,
I
we
see.
went for vetting with the protocol prefect.
Prefect.
And then
Okay.
eventually the other prefects joined in. And then there was a next one which involved the teachers.
I think
Yeah,
it's the same process. Yeah, I think it's the same process for all the prefectship. Yeah, so it was the same process. But with my case, I've been a Christian. I'm still a Christian all my life. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
even before I came on Fijai campus, I was involved in SU in my JSS primary school type. I was involved in SU. I didn't ask anybody to choose me.
Hmm.
When I came to Fijai, I was still doing whatever I was supposed to do as a Christian on campus. I used to go to SU. I used to go to this denominational meetings.
Yeah,
So
okay.
maybe few prefects spotted me, like Kofi Apia, and
Hmm.
then he was a chapel prefect then. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had a
Kofi
lot of
Appiah, may his soul rest
uh,
in peace, right?
yes, yeah,
Yeah,
he's gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So and other prefects spotted me. So I was effectively involved in this Christian meetings
SU,
on
yeah, yeah.
campus.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
even so with that, there was one guy I came to meet already on campus, like Isaac Beckham,
Yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
eventually was even the SU president. So I thought he was the one going to be chosen,
Hmm.
but
Yeah,
this became a friction between we were friends.
yeah,
It
yeah,
became
yeah.
a friction between the two of us. Like
Hmm.
me, I didn't know. I didn't ask anybody to choose me. I was
Yeah,
chosen,
yeah.
and then I know this guy was not happy about this
Okay,
election.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
For I mean,
back then, some people just when some people get onto campus, they live their life towards getting prefectorship.
previously,
And
yeah,
then yes, so they align themselves also with the prefect so that they will be
of
chosen
course,
like
correct. Yeah,
school son, school daughter kind of thing. So
correct,
eventually it's like a succession, like a game of
correct,
succession. Yeah. And
correct.
then
Yeah.
out of nowhere, other people will infiltrate into the system like the
Eh,
way some of us did. We didn't have
eh,
any alliance or any, lineage to get into where
exactly,
we got to. Yeah. But then
exactly.
eventually, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what caused
So
your friction, yeah, between you and
yeah. I mean, for me, I didn't have any problem, but you
yeah.
see,
But of course, it will rub off on you a bit because like sometimes
no, I knew.
it's
Yes, I
visible.
knew.
Yeah,
I knew. Like I said, why did they choose me? Like, am I the one? Because even me in my mind, I knew that definitely this guy was going to be the chapter prefect.
that's
You
the thing.
understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it all boils down to leadership, the way you conduct
Hmm. Hmm.
yourself on, yeah, when things are going on. Leadership is also part. You have to be strategically positioned. An American, no, I mean, no, I never had a thought that I was going to be chosen, but it happened, and then it became a bit of confusion, which I didn't mind, but I knew that in his mind, no, he was not happy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
all the same, he was given the SU president, which I
yeah.
was still involved. I was the secretary, also the press secretary or something in the SU as well. So that is how come I was recommended. I didn't ask anybody to recommend me. I didn't ask
Hmm.
anybody to talk to the leadership about me. But it happened, and then I was
Hmm.
chosen after my vetting. Yeah.
Apart from, oh,
Or
sorry, go ahead.
maybe even with the vetting, I think he was also part. He may be part because they may not have chosen me alone. Maybe the two of us. I don't remember, but yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
took it
no, they don't choose. They choose more than one person.
more than one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there are a couple of people, and
Oh, okay.
yes, I remember when we were going for the vetting. The vetting took place
At the science,
in the library.
that's our
In the
science block.
library.
You
Yeah,
see, we were at the
yeah,
science block, so we were
yeah.
all standing on the
We're
corridor. That
standing
time,
on the corridor, and then when
I
someone
remember
comes
on the
out, you'll be
corridor.
asking, "Hey, what question were you?" I think one of the things that was running through was the school anthem and then the school hymn.
Was the library close to the chemistry lab?
Yes,
Okay, yes. So
Yes,
so
yes,
that
on
was the place.
the
Yeah,
yeah, the forecourt, yeah. So I remember
yeah,
one of the
correct.
things that was running through was the school anthem and the school hymn. And
Hey.
I think it was the school hymn, I was not so familiar with it. And we had been
Uh,
asked not to bring any paper or any support
oh,
there.
I don't
So
remember.
some
I
people were
even
smiling
sang.
because they knew it. I was not too sure about it, because
Uh,
there's a part of the school hymn that goes somewhere like, where we do I that thing.
after now, you don't know how to
You
sing.
don't I need to learn that thing. There's this SS thing that comes in somewhere, and I struggle with that.
I
So
don't
I was just
remember. It's
hoping that when
funny.
I go in there, and when it got to my turn, it took a different conversation
Oh wow.
altogether. Yeah, it took a different
Yeah.
conversation altogether. So that was exciting. And how did that pivotal position affect your studies and your relationship with other people?
Oh, it wasn't bad at all.
Mm,
It's rather encouraged me to learn more. I
okay.
mean, yeah, but it didn't affect me negatively on campus. It's
Hmm.
rather helped me. I became the normal Kattah I was.
Okay.
I wasn't like the people who took the prefectship and then now they became bosses over their
Yeah.
own peers,
Mate
own
and stuff.
colleagues. Yeah, people became prefects and now they became enemies
Yeah.
among themselves. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this prefect A, prefect B. She said, a friend cry, and to cry and as a friend, as a
Hmm.
colleague. No more. No,
Become your boss.
I just led my normal life. Even with assembly, there nah prefect. We used to go on top, right?
Yes. Yes.
And now we used to give announcements sometimes
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Yeah. You go
pens.
and stand on top and yeah.
Yeah, I never went up there to do anything. Even as a temp prefect, Isaac Beckon was the one when it comes to what were we doing? Is it uh, the Lord's Prayer? Something during assembly time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Those times,
Yeah.
I never went up there to do anything. I was always among my students, my mates down there.
Hmm.
So I was just cool. I think that not everybody even knew that I was a prefect at that
Okay.
time. Mm.
Okay. Except when we have to go to dining hall. So that one day.
Ah, no.
That.
So remember. So dining hall ran. Were we separated from other
Yes.
students? I
Yes.
don't
Yes.
remember.
Yeah. We were separated. There was the prefect room in there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, have you
Oh,
forgotten there was this
huh?
room? There's the
Oh
room in
yes,
the
yes,
hall,
yes, yes,
that we
yes,
sit.
yes. Correct. Yes.
Mm, yeah,
Pa.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
only
true.
thing I love about the only thing I loved about that one was some of the prefects, they still carry their prefect thing on their head, even in there, and they come and they don't want to eat. Meanwhile, we are all prefects, and I enjoy that, especially the
Uh,
ladies, because
leave
won't
it
they
for
do?
us. We will eat for you. Yes.
We did them, So
Mhm.
and did the prefectorial position also cause any friction between you and some teachers, or was there anything like
Oh
that?
no no
Did
no
you
no!
have any friction with
On
any
America, no.
teacher?
I just led my normal life. It didn't cause any problem between me and any student. No
Mm-hmm.
problem between me and any teacher. No, it was at the end of our program. Latter days. Some was it even third? Did we do 4 years or 3 years in
3 years.
Fijai?
3.
3 years. So let's say during our third term,
Mm-hmm.
early part of third term,
Mm-hmm.
there was this in quotes some nonsense going on campus about any girl yes
Yeah.
into spiritual. So there was one single lady. It's been a long time. I think she was Lillian Anderson. I don't know if you remember Lillian
Yeah,
Anderson.
yeah,
She
I
used to
remember
sing
Lillian.
a lot. She had a very beautiful, yeah, voice. And then she was tagged there. Oh, this lady is going out with Anise. I mean, flirting with
Okay.
Anise, like some kind of nonsense, being. So I
Mm-hmm.
stood on my grounds. Lillian was a very good friend to me. We were very close pals. Ne ma me tumba for visitation. Oh, be a bring it by now to bring me. So we were very good friends at that time. So when I heard that story there, some ladies were gossiping about this lady to Mr. Mbia and then the chaplaincy leadership. I was furious and then I stood in for her. And this became a problem between me and Mr. Mbia's group. even though I
Okay.
was Chapo P. So that was
Yeah.
the only problem I had on campus from that time, because they
Okay.
thought that I was defending Lillian,
Mm-hmm.
which was right thing for me to do. I believe it was I was doing the right thing, but they
Mm-hmm.
thought that they had to be extra spiritual. Like you can't
Yeah.
even speak to a boy because you sing because you are in the SU. No,
Mm-hmm.
I said it wasn't right. So that was a big problem between me and then the chaplaincy leadership till I
Okay.
finished school. And even after I finished school, that problem still existed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Mm.
so Mr. Mbia was my man at that time during school time, because I mean, of course, he was a chaplaincy or
Yeah. He
chaplain,
was
and
a
then I was a chapel
chaplain. Yeah.
prefect.
Yeah.
So I was definitely under him. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the term, things became bad between me and
Okay.
him. Not only me and him, but me and his, because he had a leadership. You
Yeah.
understand? And
Yeah.
even after school, it continued. We were not that nice now. So even after school, you see most of our colleagues, SU guys, were
Yeah.
visiting
We're
Mr. Mbia on
strange.
campus. Yeah, it didn't happen to
Mm.
me. But few years ago, before his demise, that was when maybe we had some good time, like
Mm.
just it.
Oh.
But and then I thank God it happened before he died,
Before he
which is
died.
okay. But now everything is fine. So that was the only problem I had, not because of my prefectship, but the position I had in the SU or the chaplaincy, which I stood for the right thing to be done, and then it was tagged as like disobedient, some way somehow. Yeah.
Character. Okay. Okay. Okay, we are back on the conversation. We'll continue our conversation with Kattah Norming, who was the chapel prefect back in 2000, back in 1999, 2000 year group. It's been 25 years since we completed secondary school, which is Fijai in Takoradi, Sekondi-Takoradi, and I'm catching up with my friends who are my friends and my mates who are spread all over the world as we celebrate the 25 years of our completion of Fijai Secondary School. And mind you, in September, we are also going back to campus to properly celebrate it, where there is nowhere better else to celebrate um, such anniversary than on campus, as we
Yeah.
also present a few items and cut sword and present back some of the construction and some of the amenities that we are trying to give back to the school. So you came to school second term in the first year. Eventually, you became the chapel prefect. Of course, it comes with this up and downs and all of that. But Charlie, or a mixed school, you're called mixed school.
Yep.
How was your relationship with the ladies like? Did you have any special relationship with ladies? Breaking hearts
No,
be and was your heart also broken or something?
no.
Mm,
So I think yesterday I was talking to one of our mates, and I said, Charlie, we're talking about this school relationship,
yeah,
normal lifestyle. And then I said, Charlie, I had no idea what was going on campus.
yeah.
I never had an idea, like me girl ni, me boy ni, that time. All I knew was that assembly time they would come and said, "Oh, we saw this girl and this guy in that classroom
In
doing this
that
and
class,
that." That was
yeah,
all I was hearing. But I never had intention to Charlie, me go for a girl. Especially even with the position I found myself in, like
yeah.
the SU circle.
Yeah.
Like BBI to
They
the
wanted
BBI
to find
born,
you.
like Charlie, you've seen that. So
Mm,
yeah. So frankly speaking, I never did that unquote girls on campus. No, I mean when it's talk about proper relationship,
mhm.
it's my I had an eye opener somewhere around 2005, even way after we completed school.
Okay,
So
okay,
yeah, so I was not into those kind of relationship. This my girl. I never had that kind of lifestyle. And
okay.
yeah, this is how people saw me. That's it. Oh, you're bad or you're hard. But challenge BB and you.
Mhm,
I never had anybody special. I had SU girls as my friends. We
okay.
were like, we know that we were going to church, we were going to SU. We were all friends. But
Mhm.
I never had anything extra in my mind for anybody. No.
Okay. Okay.
And then I thought that at that time, maybe I wasn't matured. We were like 19, 20, maybe my time didn't read. Maybe your mind was always occupied with your books. You were prefect, so you were always treading cautiously, like
Okay.
any
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no found by assembly. Maybe that was also part of the reason why maybe I couldn't.
Assembly is not a deterrent, because Charlie, a jam pay a book of
Oh
viral.
yeah,
that, that,
Byra.
that was our viral moment, on campus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you are quiet, nobody knows you, but
No see you. See,
yeah,
hey.
but one day I ever saw, because now assembly is where the day student and the boarders,
Oh,
everybody is there.
yes, yeah, we all
No
meet.
one more class. And then they mention the exact reason why you are there. And in most cases, or a bad reason. So,
Oh, bad reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is where
Mm-mm.
people were demonized and others were dismissed and all of that. So,
Yeah.
okay, you are not caught in that web. That's nice. That's nice. And then you had you had that soulful gangster tag on you,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? How did it make
Mm-hmm.
you feel? Wankasa, how did it make you feel? Because the thing is that it was not like a regular thing. It was not like a regular thing where Obiani nickname, like they call some people Santus, others are disco and everything. And it
Yeah.
was in the open. But I wouldn't why the wakada waka wontumunka. And then
Untumanka.
again, but it was just people who were close, like I mean, I think I was calling you also for gangster because yeah,
Oh,
of
okay.
course.
So
I
you
knew
also
it.
remember. Okay. All right.
Like a
Okay.
few people were calling you that, like few very close people. But how did
So
the murmuring and then the undertone voices that were also mentioning it make you feel?
no. So as I said, I was not bothered in any way because at least people have been able to notice that this guy or suffer. and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
oh yeah
I
hardcore guy
heard.
into what
Yeah.
the guns and so though
Uh-huh,
into
uh-huh.
me feel it bad cry but the
Mhm.
fact that when they challenge this guy is a suffer it was enough for me but
Okay.
I wanted it to come out Charlie call me like shout my name or suffer
Mhm,
gangster but people were not calling me people were just murmuring behind me yeah
mhm.
so if the
Okay.
guy named or the two and or the flower once and they feel very bad like or
Yeah,
flower I feel bad
yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, I one go from the hey man from them you no. Maybe no, it was okay for me. I never had any issue with it at all. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And like eventually you became a border, right? So you became, of course, you
Yes.
became a border. That is why you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How was boarding house like in general? Like Sunday, there's visiting. What the home chona there was a bar and all of that. How was it like being in the boarding house and
So
people are
so
liking
did,
you,
did,
see
did
family and
so so
friends and stuff, but
so
others will
this
nash the whole time. Were you part of the nashes? Because people like us, me, I never expected visitors because we'll be in school.
this is actually my chronicles of life. This is my
Okay.
life, Charlie.
Yeah.
I was a proper nasher.
Okay.
Coffee. I mean, back in the day, things
Mhm.
were difficult
Yeah.
because you see, you had siblings, you have nieces, you have nephews. The family wasn't that strong in terms
Yeah.
of finances.
Mhm.
And our kasana at school, no, it's like have to care for yourself
Yeah.
because on your
And at
thing,
that time, oh, they did you one more, one was going to the happen.
oh yes,
We
so
will
so
bring
that
you
was
food
that
from
was
home as
enough.
well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but you knew people were coming to school. They would give them cash, like they would give
Exactly.
them big chobos
Mhm.
full of goodies.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I was not, I was not part of that group.
Yeah.
I wasn't fortunate enough to get that goodies
Yeah.
as
Yeah. Yeah.
me back school in a hard way. I always say the hard way. But
Yeah.
other me bomb me because I knew where I was coming from, and then I knew where I was going. Into things were very very tough. All I was praying for was to cater for my school fees, and then
Okay.
luckily for me, I had this Kuku scholarship, so
Okay.
I wasn't bothered. So
Yeah.
once my school fees is sorted, no, it was enough for me. because we had friends in dormitories like Ekoba Sam, Masorofori, Justice Siabwe, may his soul rest in peace.
It's so
All these
respected.
people had their parents coming for visit on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, Kofi, my dad never knew my classroom. Papa po nim dem me wo Fijai. My
Really?
mom didn't know my classroom. Obi
Mm-hmm.
ensio one go to school, na you go school na wi na yin. Maybe
Okay.
once a while, na I fortunate they be was study wa best maybe 3 months time you best on one side didn't why for bro.
Uh-huh.
No Kofi ask some one day I had home show, and
Okay.
then I think there was a program going on campus as well. And time visiting time na obaso no na yentum ndidi nto ide edit ban ko si dormitory na eko program na yeba coffee menu de bani do me be ya fufuri nyina say oh my goodness.
Ready.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah,
And you're sure
but
that- I'm very sure that day you didn't also go to open the dining hall. She said when you did Banodo.
no. I think the dining hall, you quite
Okay.
ansana visiting crowd time restaurant. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
but all that Charlie we brought home cha.
Mhm.
It was a joyful moment,
Yeah.
Many day the band do cha ebenya fufu bi di one Sunday. Ne dey go si one etwa na. Ebe twa fufu ni ya we true na fufu ni na say.
Mhm.
But luckily no, na nkwan dey on say. But on America there, even though I was part of the Nashers, at least we colleagues, we brown it bana. I want na one to nsa na no didi. Odu
Yeah.
ana pane say niska yeko backyard cantina what to the
You
bana.
can't see.
I na ya for spoon and get for uskabra. Ezu for uskabra. We were all doing everything together
Yeah.
because some of them knew they challenge Kattah Norming nibi ntino ye beto na ina ye di because
Okay.
ebi mo ho a anwo be no anapa odi wo canteen if you are sorry odi wo yeah canteen if you are odi do am chop money a what do to the man anapa if you are na nyibi nyina no
Exactly.
yeah I hear them like santi I why they I follow back
Mhm.
eta e be di eta e no botu sane I
Yeah. Yeah.
nyina ye bi
Yeah.
yeah
I did it for. I did it for. Actually, was there
maybe
like a particular dish in the dining hall that you loved?
dining hall there Charlie and a mini choice even jollof ground na me who there it had this smoke scent meaning
Yeah,
say
yeah,
kaya
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah
yeah.
but
But,
coffee
but
Charlie
do you know the funny thing? Do you know that people now actually cook and sell jollof with smoke smell? Like it's a specialty where people chase it. But back in the day, we thought that it was absurd. Yeah, we thought that it was yeah, it was not
yeah
like unfortunately that one yeah, and mono
no I'm who's
yeah,
that
the
come
one when smoke, and now follow to especially Charlie. Yeah.
yeah
But I
so
also liked the Sunday morning, them cocoa and bread.
cocoa was it white cocoa right
Cocoa.
oh
Cocoa.
cocoa
Why
cocoa
on your
okay
Milo, on your friend Milo, because I had dark
cocoa
cocoa, yeah.
yeah,
Not bread,
I
yeah.
mean, my pen too much because no why there it had a bitter
Yeah. It had a bitter like
feeling.
taste, yeah.
Yeah,
It had a
but
bitter taste
na bread near
aftertaste.
sauce. But na bread na me bread na
Yeah.
pa. So
Yeah.
cocoa no kono ebia monoma. Chile ebia obi ama be milk bia na need obi mutu me da afra.
And,
Na
yeah. Yeah.
bitterness no wa go crap.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Yeah.
because I know that no win but pan no ya obo ni pan kaka crap. Inti no nti there was no food make that na me reject.
Mhm.
Chile ebia me kono ndo but I na command coffee you have to eat.
Yeah.
You know, Charlie, the kenke and fish you eat. I didn't mempe or them nkwan is it was it the nkwan gas or friend gas and
Yeah. Yeah. Dokuna,
the nkwan. That was the food I didn't like. But on Crampono once I was Charlie mini choice in this canteen a combat into baby
Mm.
into online. I mean it was school life. Into no my best school there. Mbejimenia. It was a system you had to go through, which I definitely had to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. But were you in the boarding house when we had that confrontation from St. John's?
Yes.
You were in the boarding house.
No. Was that from one?
I don't know. I was in the boarding house then, so it was not from one because I was not in the boarding house in Form 1. I came in Form 2.
Oh. Yeah. I remember. After we went to Seku, we went to do sports.
Yeah.
Inter colleges, and
And
then
we
when
had
the
some confusion with them.
confusion from the park, and then
Yeah.
you know, we do one who always got it. Oh,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
school.
yeah.
Yes, I remember.
I think it was God that day because later now when we went to check the classrooms, I don't know if you remember, some of them had actually bought petrol, put it in bottles, and then they had started fire in some of the classrooms. But for some reason
Oh,
it didn't catch on. Yeah, just a few
oh,
a
yeah,
few decks were bent. Yeah, yeah.
it's
It's,
true.
let's moving on from there. No, your life on campus and the experiences and all the lessons that you learned, how did it impact your next step in life, as in moving on from secondary school? Was there any particular thing that happened before you completed school, apart from the relationship that went south with the chaplain, like in writing exams or your relationship
Yes,
with people and stuff?
yes, yeah. So I remember when I was writing my final exams,
Hmm.
Kofi, I was terribly sick in the exams room. I
Wow.
couldn't even hold. I don't know. I had serious fever. My
Hmm.
biology, I think, and other two papers. I was so sick. I didn't know what I was doing.
Wow.
Until yeah, so I had to write. Eventually, I had to resit for biology, and I think another core paper again after school.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was one of them. I said, how come my school final year metro exams room? Na me yare on day be I will be no demo like me yare I was rushing to hospital. I was sick. I'm sorry, miss all your exams, so I had to sit down and
Yeah.
write. I didn't want to intro because I was shivering like me yare kasa. And
But
I had to just
back in the day, we attributed to spirituality and stuff. Did you
no,
have
no, no, no.
something like
I
that?
don't think I had that thing. I'm not minimum there. I was badly
You
sick
didn't take
during
the
that paper.
oil.
No, not at all. Not
Okay,
at all. Yeah.
okay, okay. And so after school, you had to recite some papers.
Yeah, I did research for biology and another, I think English.
Mm,
These two courses. Yeah.
okay. And then where do you go from Fijai?
So, see, Fijai. In fact, the last day from campus,
Mm-hmm.
it dawned on me that hey, Charlie, yeah, we are getting to reality. Where am I going? Like, what
Okay.
is going to happen to me? I'm
Mhm.
because if you are yefi campus, why there? We are living a certain freedom. I feel that you are going to be dependent on your parents. Like now, why the school year though? If you school grandpa, people were still living on campus for like another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks, and then we
Yeah,
to school.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So once I was leaving campus, my mind was I want to travel.
Okay.
I wanted to travel.
After
So that
that
was
model.
all I was thinking. So whilst my friends were thinking about the fact that hey, I want to go to Tech, I want to go to UCC, me then there, hey, maybe that's what one from nine.
Inside, if you
That
cut
was
out there, it's normal.
it, yes, it's normal. Hey,
After that
Paddy always
model.
go wabo Paddy way to pan, yeah, on nine, I did all me name there now, me pede me ko Tech and I me ko UCC. But another thing was that when I came out, I wanted to join the Ghana Navy because
Okay,
my dad was in the Navy. And, in
okay.
the Navy, I was going to get that consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's either you go through the military academy or you come straight from the university.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I went to visit because you school, this our math teacher, Miss Kankam's
Okay.
husband. What was his name? Um,
That Mr. Kofi.
Mi- Mr. No, was it Mr. Kofi?
Okay, Mr.
Oh,
Kofi
Mr.
was also an elective maths teacher.
Yeah, I think he was teaching core maths. Miss Kam's husband was teaching a core maths.
Oh, okay.
That short teacher.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I've forgotten his name. He eventually went to the fire service or something.
No, no, no. He went to the Ghana Navy.
Ghana
That
Navy. Oh,
that
okay.
Navy, and
Yeah.
then his friend, the tall one who was
The
teaching
tall one
elective
went to.
maths.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the Ghana Fire Service.
Mm.
Until we had another English teacher on campus. Her name was Miss Ananga.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Miss Ananga, she taught me in the JSS, and then she also came to Fijai. And
Okay.
then Miss Ananga's husband was second in command, Ghana Navy.
Oh,
So
okay.
I used to visit them at the base after school. Until I spoke to them, I spoke to Miss Kankam's husband, and then they recommended that, Charlie, why don't you join the Ghana Navy?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going to university, I had to buy the Ghana Navy
Oh,
forms, go through the application, and then there was a cutoff point for selection, and then there was consideration for uh, veteran families. Maybe mommy and our papa was in the Navy, whether active, whether pass into
all right. Yeah.
selection. I want to whatever, but it was so small that I was not even selected at that time. So, and that time too, I remember I did the application with James Agra, who is currently one of the commanders in the Ghana Navy. My
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
classmates Agra, Agra was chosen, was Agra no also on the no win chair
Okay.
and then he was living on the base,
Mm-hmm.
so they knew him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a perfume match, I'm a perfume bear. It's something. I'm a perfume match, but Agra no, he was active until then. He
Mm-hmm.
was already living at the base. People knew him already. I think that's also formed part of his selection.
Mm-hmm.
I was not bothered, and life still goes on.
Yeah.
Charlie, I started living my life. Your life is in your hands.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Mm-hmm.
You are now a full hustler. Charlie, whatever you want to do to survive, you survive. Into maybe school, and I saw this advert in town. There was this shop, Shaba Enterprise. It has come
Yeah.
to town
It's very
new.
popular in town.
Yeah, it's one day I was in Trotro from Efiokuma. Then when I got to Ajip, me who there, Nkofa Sola, SDA Church,
Yeah.
new opposite. Why I was so it may be about to work from Go for Salem, good line, maybe we go interview. And then I got
And
it
I'm
as
moving
a
to
stop.
the line. I was question.
Me what Trotro mo, me who line, and then me son from Mr. Driver, me son was Ajip.
Okay.
Friend, me son was Segu, name me son, name me so back to SD.
Mm-hmm.
Let me so join Navy. I didn't even have any CV. Well, I but now I was resume at that time because Jim and go interview even me pass it, Charlie.
Okay.
And I didn't hear you, man.
Okay. Nina question about.
Because I Shaba, oh yeah.
So how long did you work there?
So I worked with Shaba at that time. It was 2002, early part of 2002.
Okay.
And termination Shaba Yejuma till 2000 and no, okay. So before Shabano, I
Mm-hmm.
had what we call Sobak. Sobak, no, a pure water.
Yeah. So back
Sobak
here.
69. Yeah. No, Lagos Town. That time now I feel pure water. Waba. Go for your pure water. Chale, no coffee. Me go pure water and just 3 days here. Hey, my body. Me after 4 days, me go be on me
Yeah,
or no.
better.
Ɔyɛ bɛtɛɛ aha nti no mefi so back no ɛna ɛwunda yɛmfie in our house old Accra station hɔ no
Yeah.
Kositu station hɔ no bibia na mene kaa so yɛte no ɛwunda
Yeah.
yɛmfie ni opposite no there was this big story building right there I befu bi wɔn fie wɔyɛ flour
Yes.
ɔfit to flour ɛwɔ n'ase
Yes.
aha so there was this hardware store beneath it nti no ɔno nso no ɔyɛ family friend ɛna ɔno nso ɔfa ma na me boɔ na ɛwɔ no store hɔ at that time. So that was when me who the ye met funny be ba chale many admission of milk tech ba milk UCC ba na ma now there I was son na ye juma me ho wa be 1 year sana me benya shaba no the
Okay.
shaba we started shaba from 2003 to 2000 early part of 2005 na
Okay.
shaba one day no sometime ni nyina mo shaba no them shaba no I feel the we two branches we were close to Melcom, getting to
Okay.
Old Accra Station.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had opportunity to go through Star Computers. And I was I think that computers no wide and also
Uh-huh.
what seen them. Them so I take advantage and I find computer classes. Nti mo edwuma mu anam my boss master no kwam so make computer classes na ma akọ na ma ba. Nti my boss was very very good to me. Do me computer classes. The one day me want shaba the letter bed hey one am transfer to Accra. About a store so any pressure store and so about transfer.
Upper
It's
stone
like
away transfer.
what a transfer. So you go head office I Accra. Hey, transfer. And minimum I make what I mean, I make now. I say transfer.
Wow,
Charlie,
what
on
kind of accommodation amount she? There was nothing
no,
like
no,
that.
not in there, Charlie. No, move to Accra store.
Okay.
And yeah. Me were aunties. I had aunties in Accra. I had family members, but I didn't want to stay with them for funny reasons. And I'm pounds so me quite no. I rather had to stay with a friend.
Okay.
Understand another story. Me and Queen and a
Okay.
girl, what's one single room where would I come on? Charlie, me could join anyone.
Mm.
I feel them could remember, me could remember Charlie Coffee. One day, Paddy no half from maybe or the padlock out to need animal. No,
Oh,
it's now outside. Oh, on can even say, and you bring now up by 10 p.m. when you bring no. It's now
wow.
outside and Paddy Bear, yeah. I say, on and wife of warranty, no. On on Jim on if you have you. On at least, oh, the mamma dapona didn't change,
That
Charlie.
very evening.
Miss, me better or padlock, I lock, we change lock, no, the new padlock. Into that
Wow.
very evening, me pack him in. Then I called my auntie. No, me ma, oh, looky there, I feel my bad, maybe draw a crab, maybe an ancient.
Okay. Okay.
No mom direction that me fa can and quiet because in the family members now and want now confusion I didn't want to, but this year no more to me there why emergency. I didn't have any choice beyond until now them no call and
Mm.
pa so my yeah I call her mobile no any do no see also yeah. So after working with Shaba for like 1 year in 2005, then I got to Lands Commission
Okay.
through an advert I saw in the papers at Asa. But that time, even though I didn't have any qualification there, but me auntie no na neba na me no want me auntie no neba no she was a staunch MPP member, like oh yeah, MPP member pa.
Mm.
And then she was also a friend to Amele Tegu, the former Lands Commission
Minister.
Ministry of Lands
Yeah.
Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Mm-hmm.
So my application, I'm gonna get a copy call woman if he one Sunday after church. And so man,
Okay. Okay.
the woman said, "Oh yeah, you should work on it for me." That
Mm.
is how come I found myself in Lands Commission in 2005 or 2006. Even though I
Oh,
didn't have
okay.
any degree, yeah, I just used my diploma from Start Computers and I'm quite yeah.
Nice. Nice. So, how long did you work at the Land Commission?
I worked in Land Commission from 2005 to 2012.
Oh, for 7 years.
Yeah, 2005 to
Mhm.
2012. Yeah.
Like, were there some experiences that were so upset or like not pleasant there at the Land Commission back then?
Oh, Lands Commission there. Once you find yourself in Lands Commission, it's like you are your full CEO. You are like
Your own
you
boss.
are on your own.
Mm.
Ejumana coffee. So this is one of the reasons why I became uncomfortable, even though I was making money at that time, but I was still uncomfortable because of the treatment given to outsiders. People
Mm.
will come and follow up with their land process, land documents, and then the hardship they had to go through. It was terrible. I felt so bad for them. That time,
Hardships like what? Like what?
thi- things like Ejumana, you
Mhm.
have to pay money for them to fast track it.
Pay
Imagine
extra.
there, Abia. Imagine there, Abia. Away for Germany, you have just 2 weeks holiday.
Yeah.
As remember Ghana, let me maybe follow up with my documentation.
Mhm.
Eba, corner brad, the frustration, a bit of document I had it, or them office, or them you know, it's frustrating. As I said, so
Mhm.
you rather look for an agent. I mean, it's on your follow up in farm out.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
most of us in that same office became agents for ourselves. And say, yeah, our bay. Oh, I can make sure that your document
I'm
is
ready.
fast, not fast track, but mediate. There. Oh, I don't know you.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
see, so these are two different perceptions. Lands commission for what you bribe. Now why you kululu damo? I don't see that kululu side no.
Mhm.
For example, what I was doing personally was that I had contracts from outsiders. If they'll do a with your man. So I will charge you on your official. Me
Mhm.
personally, I will charge you. Go and hire survey machine.
Mhm.
Me the survey machine the weekend me da call land no do makoy survey work no makoy
Okay.
wo site plan me the amount
Okay.
na awo at the about officially I start process na our office.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
this is one of the things that I was doing for myself.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
mean privately, my drum the amount. Then
Mhm.
the document number the February number start or office. The best starter at least now I'll be able to do a follow up for you. But to me, the document we drew her, we drew her the at as so that was what I was doing. But waking up every day, seeing a lot of people packed in my office, shouting, murmuring, going through hard times, on who the document, why frustrated, he has to travel back. No, Charlie, Kofi, no, oh yeah, on your good feeling. Let me say, oh, I don't care how much I'm making in this office. I don't think I belong here. That's that. Moreover, no, I didn't do land economy. I didn't do any programming survey. Whatever I'm doing is just by experience from that office. And so make an name fear there because I went to meet people. People have been there with JSS certificate, with secondary school certificate, which they don't want to upgrade, they don't want to develop. Because they are making money now. They have stayed there for like 12, 15 years. They have built their houses, we've done everything, but they don't have any future. And there or now, what kind of finance commissioner? They don't have anything to hold on. Let me say, I will not be part of this particular system. Into by force, I will leave. When I was leaving, people thought I was joking. Hey, Kattah, are you sure you are leaving? Are you sure? Because Kofi, when I was at Lands Commission, I had the opportunity to work with big lawyers. Like, it's not small lawyers, because there are lawyers in Accra. They will charge you 2 million for land documents. A lot of these lands were going through litigation. So the lawyers who were helping you on this litigation matters in court, they themselves will bring a document. Maybe a mortgage, a dead land, and I will fee see our. So we have to go through all this documentation. Yeah. So that was the one good side I had when I was at Lands Commission. I had a good relationship with big lawyers in court. As of now, I'm speaking to you. I can take a phone and then call a lawyer, Penanco. Like, I have big lawyers I used to work with. We still have a good relationship. But always, I said to myself there, humans relation first, not money. I didn't follow money. So that was one good thing that helped me. As at now, I meet him one relate, because my skin demanding that time. The human relationship was
More
first
important.
and foremost. It was most important for me. That was what I chose. Yeah.
Okay. So you left. When you left the Lands Commission, where else did you go?
No. So from Lands Commission, I traveled straight to study in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Lands
Oh, okay.
Commission.
So
Trinity.
you were working your way out with like education to go and further your
Yes,
education.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why Australia? Australia 24 is a 36 hours.
Yeah, Australia is far. The people. So I did a research, and then I mean who there. Australia had good things, like their economy was good, education was good, but minim how I'm for perceive Australia. If you don't Australia, no, so all worried into no call or
Mm-hmm.
But Australia was the easiest place to travel to, like in terms of visa application.
Mm-hmm.
Australia is the easiest.
Mm.
In the America man. So
Back in the day,
what?
not today, because it's an
No, 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 no,
trouble.
no. Even till today, because
Sure.
I still have, of course, I still have contact in Australia. Like I even till today, Australia is the easiest if you want to go. Okay, so the difference between Australia and other countries is that Australia, they love, when it comes to their immigration, they are, if not the number one, and they are one of the best when it comes to immigration security. You
Mm.
cannot outwit them. No, because Australia, no, like when it comes to national security, immigration, Myanmar, Kofi, even when you get to the airport, they can read your WhatsApp message, they can print it to you.
Mm.
Today, yeah, Eric Australia, and you'll be chatting today, Charlie, page mama, page man. They knew it before you arrive at the airport.
Mm.
But one good thing about Australia and there, if they ask you to bring this requirement, whatever they require of you in terms of traveling or immigration, once you're able to provide that document, you are bound to travel. Like, it's not like, oh, once you're able to provide what they require of you,
Mm.
your travel, it's
Smooth.
guaranteed.
Mhm.
Unlike UK, ekada application, they can decide not to give you the visa. US, a pen your scholarship US. US, no, okay, one more visa, one more visa. But Australia, if you get the admission, they will ask you to pay one semester school fees. That's the main requirement in Australia if you go school.
Mhm.
And then most schools in Australia, Mpono, you cannot do your personal application. They will ask you there, oh, we have agents. You have to go through the agents because they don't trust you. They don't trust your documentation.
Mm.
But if anything goes wronger, they will hold your agent
Agent
responsible.
responsible. Okay.
Go and bring your school certification or credentials. They will not accept it directly from you as
Mhm.
a person, but they will accept it through the agency.
Okay.
So they've put the how do you
The
call it?
burden on the
The
agency.
burden on the agency to make sure that all your documentation are legit.
Okay.
So let's assume they say the agency brings them fake documents right now, they will accept it,
Okay.
but not from you. So
Okay.
that's one good thing about Australia. In Australia, there, if you're able to meet their requirements, oh, your credentials, pay your first semester school fees, you are done. The
Okay.
Australian is the easiest to travel. And then one advantage about Australia and they have point-based travel system. If you want
Mhm.
to migrate, they have this point base. So the point base is that maybe they will say, oh, if you want to come to Australia, work and then bring your family here, you need to pass or you need 80 points to qualify. The 80 points, when we're breaking it down, it comes from education, your age, your work experience, and your English proficiency. So I did for lack English proficiency, but you have to go and write this IELTS exams. The
Yeah.
IELTS exams, IELTS, on no man, will fail because
Mhm.
they want you to have 777 on each band and not 888 for you to qualify. So
Okay.
if a lot of people can write this exam and then get 777 and 888, they have opportunities to travel to Australia, but a lot of people don't know.
Mm. That's nice. Because you are still on Chronicles of Life. My name is Razak Kofi, and I'm in conversation with Kattah Norming. So Kattah Norming was the chapel prefect back in back on Fijai campus, 1999 2000. He's my mate. And so from Australia, you moved. But what did you study in Australia?
So even before I moved to Australia, all my line of study has been in IT and then information systems.
Okay.
So my first degree was in IT. My
Mhm.
postgraduate was MIS from
Okay.
JIMPA, Management Information Systems.
Okay.
And then in Australia, I did also another master's in IT.
Okay.
Then in the US, professionally, I did cybersecurity
Okay.
certifications and then
Okay.
other boot camps. Yeah,
Okay. So you moved from Australia to the US.
to the US. Yeah.
Okay. To pursue further education or pursue further interest.
Oh yeah, it was for family reasons I had to move to the US. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then you studied the cybersecurity and all of that. So
So
how was navigating the US system with your certificate? How was it like? What were some of the
so
challenges you faced?
yeah, so that was another big decision to make. I mean, you are done with your masters in IT. Now you are torn between staying in Australia or coming to the US.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to look into the market.
Mm-hmm.
When you have your bachelor's or master's in IT, IT is big. It's like
Yeah,
a big umbrella or a tree which comes with a lot of branches. So now
exactly.
you are done with IT. What do you want to do in IT? You want to go into cybersecurity? You want to go into software engineering? You want to go into cloud security? There were a lot of things. So sitting down, doing my research, I realized that America uh, would be good prospect for me when it comes to IT or cybersecurity because you hear the news, everybody is talking about IT in America. The difference was that in Australia, before you can make a good deal from IT, you have to become a citizen.
Mm.
But in America, it was the other way around. You didn't have to become a citizen. Once you are qualified to live in the country, once you had a resident permit to live, you can take
You can
advantage of
apply
your
door
IT
to door. Okay.
no matter what. but just that you cannot work with the federal government.
Okay.
That is the only thing. But every industry in the US was good in IT. If you take stores, they were employing IT. Whatever banking system, health systems, every there was IT in every aspect of life in the US.
Mm.
So I did the calculation and then I said no, maybe it will be good. But adjusting, your question was how to adjust in the
Yeah.
US
Yeah.
market, man. Yeah. I mean, once you come and then you put on your resume that I have this work experience, maybe from Ghana, from Australia, blah blah blah, everybody will be thinking like, so we, because you have to remember you have competing with other candidates
Other
on the
of
application.
different
But
parts of
this
the world.
candidate had their work experience in the US market.
Mhm.
You are coming from other markets, so we choose to go with the US market.
Yeah.
So you have to be smart enough. So what I did was that I had to enroll in other programs, maybe like 3 4 month programs, another cybersecurity or IT program, just for me to have something on my resume.
Mhm.
And this is what I have done in the US. So that is what helped me to jump into my initial career in the US.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you are in the US, you do other courses to support your certificate and all of that. And you mentioned that career opportunities and family also took you to the US. Are
Mhm.
you married now?
Oh yes, I'm
Oh, okay.
happily married now.
Ma-
Yes.
Happily married. How many kids do you have?
Oh, I have two beautiful queens.
Okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you are, what do they call it? They call it girl dad, right?
girl.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm a
yeah.
girl dad.
How
Yeah.
how is how
Eh,
is raising girls like?
Uh,
How is raising girls like?
okay. So as for me, I take it as normal because I haven't raised a boy before for me to make that comparison. You understand? So raising girls, I don't think it's a difficult thing. I don't think it's challenging in any way.
Mhm.
Maybe until I have a boy to raise, that's where I can make proper comparison. But for now, I see it to be a normal parenthood. Like
Mm,
it's a normal lifestyle.
normal lifestyle.
Hmm.
And family, like, was there anything that you learned on Fijai campus, both
Like
like the
what?
interaction with the students and then the teachers that you are able to apply now in your family, in your day-to-day activities, or in your day-to-day decision making?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we all went through school. One thing I took from Fijai was discipline.
Okay.
You were scared to go through the bad times with a teacher, Mr. Eja, my physics teacher especially. So you had to be
Do you
disciplined.
remember his name? The physics teacher.
My physics teacher, this tall teacher, I don't know why I'm always
Forgotten his name.
um yeah, like I've forgotten his name, but he was the one who even made me to stop this sports thing,
Yeah.
because he will tell you that in my physics class you don't have to do sports. Hey, this man will tell you don't do sports. Go and stop playing soccer. Go and stop playing table tennis and be serious with your physics.
Mhm.
Yeah. So so the one thing I took from Fijai was the discipline aspect, because I mean, you wouldn't be stubborn for anything. They'll bring you to assembly, disgrace you. So I have always been consistent with whatever I do. If I want to do A, I need to make sure that I complete. I need to make sure that I've seen the end of A
Yeah.
before. So that is one thing that has really, really helped me. I don't start something and then stop in the middle of the thing. I have to make sure that it is completed. I have seen the finality of that thing. So consistency and then discipline was these two key things that I took whilst I was in school.
Okay. And that disgrace thing on Fijai campus where students who misbehaved or who went against the rules are brought to the assembly, which happens in the morning. And the
Mm-hmm.
interesting thing about the assembly is there is there is like there is a wall or there's an upper part of the structure where the teachers or the prefects stand.
Yeah.
So you see
Mm-hmm.
them like on stage.
Yeah.
but this
Yeah, you
page
are
is
seen by
there.
everybody.
Yeah, and everybody is seen there when you stand over there. And whatever
But,
misbehavior or indiscipline that the student had partaked in or done is spelled out, and then their punishment is also read. Do you think it was something that helped a lot of people, or it was too severe and not?
oh, you see, I knew that we were stubborn at that time, and then
Yeah.
this is one thing that the teachers taught there. It could have brought discipline to the students,
Mhm.
but I realized that the more they brought the students up there to discipline them, the more they became more
Stubborn.
stubborn and disobedient.
Yeah.
So I don't think they had any option, because definitely when you go wrong, they have to bring you to assembly, come and report whatever you have done. If you needed to be debordinized, they had to announce it. Where would announcement take place? Even if they took it to the assembly hall, you will
Mhm.
still be seen by other students.
Okay. Okay.
So
So there was
yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
I don't think there was anything wrong with it, but just that students were trying to play stubborn on
Okay.
campus, and then the teachers had no option than to go through that with them as well.
Okay. This question I'm going to ask you will be a bit controversial, but if your girls, if you lived
Mm-hmm.
in Ghana and you had two girls and they were ready for secondary school, will Fijai be an option for you?
No.
No. Why?
Yes, of course. In as much as I went to Fijai, doesn't mean that I have to send my girls to Fijai. I mean, we are looking at real life. We are looking at whatever is happening now.
Okay.
Who's on top now? Currently, which school is performing better in terms
Okay.
of academics? And
Okay.
then I see Wesley girls performing, and then you tell me because I went to Fijai, I should send my girls to Fijai. No, I will look for the best performing school in Ghana for girls and send my girls there.
Okay.
I wouldn't say chinchina because I went to Fijai, so I have to. No, 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 no. I won't do that. If I need to support Fijai in any means, I'll support Fijai. But I care about my kids. I care about my family. So where I think I will send them to, for them to also do well in the academics, that is where I'm going to push them. So I'm sorry, this question is not controversial. It's a real question, and I gave you a real answer.
Oh, so under one condition would you send them to Fijai? That is, if Fijai is on top, then you send them to.
Of course, it's not even about Fijai. I mean, I'm just going to look for best performing school. So
Mhm.
if Fijai is currently performing, why not? I'll send them to Fijai, especially especially the school is even closer to me in Takoradi. So
Mhm.
why would I even have to send them far to Accra or Kumasi or Cape Coast? So if Fijai is doing better, they'll remain in Fijai, or they will be in Fijai.
Oh, okay. Okay. You are still on Chronicles of Life. My name is Razak Kofi. I'm in conversation with Kattah Norming. Kattah Norming is currently based in the US. And let's talk about what you are currently doing. So you are into cybersecurity, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in
And
cybersecurity.
yeah. So what is it about, really? What is
So,
cybersecurity about?
so cybersecurity is basically protecting data or information.
Mhm.
We want to secure information about an organization. So, for example, every organization, especially in the Western world, they care much about their information,
Okay.
because there are certain information that they think that when it goes out there, that the owner of that particular information is doomed.
Okay.
For example, in the US, we have what we call social security number.
Okay.
This is a crucial information for every. It is an identifier. We call it a PII,
Okay.
personal identifiable information.
Okay.
So this particular information identify every single individual in the US,
Mhm.
no matter what. So this social security number, once it is key into a system, it brings everything, every information about that individual.
Okay.
So if so, they always tell you that once you get your social security, keep it at a safer place. Don't give it to anybody. Don't give it a number, because once a hacker or a bad person gets hold of this information alone, not your date of birth, not your name, not your age, whatsoever. But this social security number, once it goes out there, your life is doomed because it's a peculiar number for every individual.
Okay.
So, so in the US, I'm talking about the US because I'm in the US. I'm taking US as an example. So,
Okay.
US government takes responsibility of protecting information or data about their citizens.
Okay.
So they don't mind. They can invest. They can go all out, spend money just to protect your information. So
Okay.
that is all cybersecurity. So cyber, when you say cyber, it's like uh, something online, the internet, protecting information online. You
Okay.
understand? So we are securing the cyber world. So that's
Okay.
cybersecurity. So people can go like information security. So anything security, it could be system security, cyber security, data security. We are all protecting that particular information
Information.
from threats or vulnerability. You
Okay.
understand? So that's
Okay.
all cybersecurity is all about. So we have health information, we have banking or financial information, we have federal information. Every aspect of the economy that you find yourself in, there is a kind of information that you need to protect. So that is all about cybersecurity.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. And it's an exciting job.
Oh, it is because when it comes to cybersecurity, you are not only looking at the information because you have to look at who is protecting what.
Mm-hmm.
You need the people, you need the process, and then you also need what we call the technology.
Mm-hmm.
So in cybersecurity, there's something we call the CIA.
Okay.
The CIA simply means confidentiality, integrity, and then the availability of a system or information. So they become the
Okay.
three major pillars in cybersecurity. So if you are able to enforce these three pillars, that is all
Mm-hmm.
you need in this cyber world. So when we talk
Okay.
of confidentiality, what is confidentiality? That means that the information you have should be confidential. It is only to be accessed by authorized. The keyword is authorized individuals. When we talk about integrity, we don't have to add or subtract anything from that data or information. For example, in Germany, you are saving with a particular bank, and then this bank has a particular app you have on your phone. You access on this app. One day you wake up in the morning, and then your banking app has changed. The color has changed. So many things have changed. what what will go through your mind? What will you think at that moment? It means that somebody has caused a change to that particular banking app. So that is what we are talking about, integrity. So as to whether it went through the correct process for the change to be effected or not, we don't know. So was it authorized by by was the
By the
authorization
right
done
people, by the
by
right
people
person.
who were authorized to do so? So the
Okay.
integrity simply means that you don't add it, you don't subtract until you are authorized to do so. And then the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
pillar is availability. That means that make sure that your system is running 24/7. It's available to individuals who need access to use that particular
Yeah.
information at all times. So these are the three major pillars in cybersecurity. If you're able to enforce these ones, you are okay. Nobody can hack your system. Nobody can.
Mm-hmm.
Your system will never be vulnerable to the outside world. So that is all So when you talk about cybersecurity, it's not like something so serious. People hear about cybersecurity and then think that Charlie, this is extra serious. I cannot do cybersecurity. No, 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 no. It's a day-to-day activity. It's part of our lives,
Yeah.
protecting information or data. That's it.
Okay. Okay. And in today's world where hacking has become some people's daily bread.
Yeah.
People get up in the morning and their main aim is who to hack and who to hack to get what is their main motive on the daily. Like cyber security has become one of the most important resources that a nation should have, and also like a good career path for individuals. Now, before we go, there are two groups of people I would want you to speak to. The first group is the current student of Fijai. What would you tell them?
So the current students in Fijai. So I always have this thing that I say that what I wish I knew
Yeah.
before I graduated, or what I wish I knew before I came into real life.
Okay.
Once we are in school,
Mm-hmm.
we are blindfolded with a lot of things on campus
Mm-hmm.
without even remembering that, hey, soon and very soon we will get out of this Fijai campus.
4
We are we
points.
will, we
Yes.
will come and face the real life. But it's unfortunate, Kofi. It didn't occur to you during school that we were going to become like this at this moment. No,
Yeah.
but it's up to us, the old students, to have this career counseling with students for them to understand the reality of life.
Yeah.
Fijai is just 3 years. You will
Yeah.
just go through the system for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You may even have girl on campus. I'm telling you, it is just for a while, just for a moment. You will
Mm-hmm.
finish school and then you will not find this girl anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice is that even though we may not be around in Ghana, but most of our mates who are fortunate to be around can form a career group
Mm-hmm.
visiting the Fijai campus most of the times, if not quarterly, maybe monthly, just for them to give career counseling. Let the students understand what they are going to become in the future. Fijai is just a springboard
Mm-hmm.
for them to be ushered into their real life. So
Okay.
whatever they are doing now on campus, they have to be very, very extremely careful with their lives. So because the life they are leading on Fijai campus is just a whirlwind, it will pass shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But after that time, what will you do? So my advice to these current students is for them to take their academics very serious. They should be disciplined enough. They should be
Mm-hmm.
obedient because now things have changed. It's been over 2 decades. I mean,
Yeah.
things we thought were not normal in those days. Now students think it's normal. What students want to be seen as
Mm-hmm.
heroes on campus, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it doesn't bring anything to your table. So I wish we could advise, we would have time to talk to these students on discipline matters, on
Mm.
how to take the academics serious, and then where they are going after school. So that is all my wish for them.
Okay. And then to our mate, what do
Uh,
you tell?
to our mates, I always say that by the grace of God, most people are doing very well in life in
Mm-hmm.
terms of academia, in terms of uh, uh, their own career shape. And then, unfortunately, all fingers are not equal. You may not have everybody on the same
On the
level
same
in life.
pedestal, yeah. On the
So
same
as we
level.
are going, Kofi, where I find myself now, somebody is far above me, somebody is far below me.
Yeah.
But I don't ignore the fact that we are still friends. So that's one thing I want people to understand. Wherever, regardless of your status, you still have to understand that your friends are your friends. You grew up
Yeah.
with in the dormitories, in the classrooms, on campus. But most people see our less fortunate friends as not part of human race, like excuse me to say.
Yeah.
So if you find your friend, if you see your friend not doing well in life, once in a while, we are not saying that, hey, go and empty your bank account for that particular individual. In any little way you can support your colleague, your friend, you know that, Charlie, things are very, very hard. Not everybody had the opportunity we had, even though we all went through the same hardship.
Mm-hmm.
But by the grace of God, even though we have not gotten to where we want to reach, where we are now, we are fortunate by the grace of God.
Mm-hmm.
At least we can offer some kind of support. So
Yeah.
when we meet, once a while, you can pick up a phone and then call a friend, check up on a friend, see how they are doing.
Yeah.
But we all we know is that somebody is sick, somebody is dead, so we should make contribution. No, we shouldn't wait for that particular moment for us
Mm-hmm.
to show our love.
Okay.
Me, if you ask me a contact number for some of our mates that you may not even remember, I have a lot of contact for our mates
Mm-hmm.
because I do check up on people most of the times. You understand?
Yeah.
So let's all understand that we are all human beings. And like Kofi, this is just a small life. We are just passing through. We
Yeah.
don't know what the future holds for anybody, no
Mm.
matter what your level now. See, I have seen football players, wealthy ones who have lost everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Like within the shortest possible time, they've lost everything. They had millions. So whatever we have now, it's nothing. Like you can even lose your life tomorrow. As I'm talking to you, we don't know what will happen the next time. So let's understand that we are all humans, we are all ones. Nobody is higher than anybody
Mhm.
whatsoever. So that's the advice I can send across to our mates that let's believe in each other. Let's support our less deprived mates, old mates who are not doing well. Most of them are struggling and all this. Any little support that we can extend to them, let's go ahead and do and then support them.
Okay. Okay. So, finally, is there a question that you were expecting that I should have asked that I didn't ask? Or was there a statement, something that you wanted to say that I didn't ask a question to push you to say it?
Oh, I can't really tell, but since this is a chronicle of life,
Yeah.
I think that we have hammered on almost everything. I mean that perceives to life.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to put across is that uh, whilst we were growing up,
Hmm.
we things were not easy.
Yeah.
Kofi, I mean, for you to reach your goal,
Hmm.
you need to struggle as a man. You have to put in more effort. I mean, people were born into money. People were born with spoons in their mouth, as Lucky Dubé would say.
Yeah.
But some of us were born with nothing. It has taken the grace of God for us to reach where we are now.
Hmm.
So I always told people that with my lifestyle, even way from kindergarten. Can you imagine when I was in kindergarten, like early part, like maybe 3 years to 4 years? I was walking
Hmm.
from my house to school. You see, harbor
Yeah.
from Quesinton Station, you walk all the way to the harbor. You were like 4 years, 3 years.
Hmm.
You go with other kids. We are all walking by the roadside. Like this
Yeah.
is a struggle. And then from that time, I don't think my parents knew my classroom from kindergarten to SS. None of my parents knew that, oh, I was in this class one. This was my classroom. No.
Wow.
So this is the kind of struggle we went through.
Yeah.
If you wake up in the morning, whether your mom had it or she didn't have it, hey, this is a small coins. I could school afford to demand it. If you had no choice, because I came from a family of what 9. We were like 9 in number,
Hmm.
and living in a compound house. We were sharing like two bedrooms for all these ones. This is what we were doing,
Yeah.
and then you go to school, you come back. It's like people will go to school, they come back, their food is ready, their lunch is ready,
Yeah.
prepared for them, come and
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
But you go to school, you come back, you take off your school uniform, you take chalote, you go to the beach, you are going to play
Hmm.
soccer, and then you come back because there's no food for you to eat.
Hmm.
I bet you you are
Yeah.
fortunate to have some and eat. If you need the war, you might more coins there. Go and buy some kinky. So this has been our lifestyle
Hmm.
growing up, and then we don't take it likely for where we are now because the struggle was real.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So not
struggle was
everybody,
real indeed. God has been
yeah. So
good.
not
Yeah.
everybody will be fortunate to have life in the simplest form. But because I always say that life will not give you what you want.
Hmm.
Life is not fair to everybody. None of us. No.
Hmm.
If you think life is not fair to you, life is not fair to everybody. You have to make sure that you are because the life is like a wind trying to push you back. You also have to try to force your way in. You understand? So if you think you're going to stay there for life to treat you in a nice way, in a nice manner, you will sit there and then you will die for nothing. So just try the little you can. If there is something that you think that you cannot do it, don't force yourself. Don't stress yourself. Is there a problem? You find out there is a problem. Can you solve the problem? Yes, I can solve the problem. Solve it. I cannot solve the problem. Leave it, and then just just go
Just
on with
go.
your life.
Just go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go. Mhm.
Kofi Kenyatta will say, move. So keep on moving.
Keep on moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Life
yeah.
is a
At the
struggle.
time, life will strike you down.
Hmm.
Just wake up, shake everything off, Move on little by little. You get your goal little by little. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Mm.
get to where we are going. Charlie,
So I've also been there's a son of the charcoal seller,
yeah,
but this is where I find myself now. Yeah.
we thank God. We thank God for life. We thank God for opportunities. We thank God for aspirations and inspirations, and we thank Him for all the favors that He's done for us. It's been another edition of the Chronicles of Life. Today, I was fortunate to have Kattah Norming on the show. We've had a beautiful conversation. You know that we could talk as long as possible because there are so many things we could be talking. But
Of
of
course.
course,
Yeah.
you watching
Time.
over time, you become bored with like long conversations. So
Yeah.
probably we'll find another time and do another conversation and we'll delve into something different
Something
altogether.
different.
But
Correct.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time, Kattah. And
All right.
you watching, thank you so much for tuning in, making it a point to watch. But please just subscribe to Zaki Media TV on YouTube. Just click on that subscribe button and go through our catalog. We have a lot of other conversations that
Okay.
you'll be interested in, and then there are more to come. But remember, good is good if no one does it, and bad is still bad if everybody does it. Thank you so much. God bless. Catch us
Thank you
again on this
for
channel.
having me.
Charlie,
All
thank
right.
you so much, Kattah.